Welcome to the NFL Week 1 score analysis powered by DraftKings. Let's take a look at some of your matchups from Week 1. We start with the Steelers and the Cardinals, a 27-21 win for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but the Cardinals provided a challenge. That Steeler defense forced 3 turnovers on Carson Palmer, 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery. Feel free to pause the video to take a look at some of the stats because I will not be going over all of them. Le'Veon Bell had a big day on the ground, 2 TDs. The Texans, starting Tom Savage, faced off the Rams in the Coliseum, a 31-21 win for the Los Angeles Rams. Savage had a rough day, 15 for 25, 159 yards, a TD, and 2 picks. Jared Goff, 26 for 36, 212 and 3 touchdowns for the second-year quarterback out of California with his 2 new receivers. The Raiders taking on the Ravens. Marshawn Lynch's return to the NFL, and it's a 24-17 win over the Ravens. Lynch on the ground, 18 rush, 62 yards, and a touchdown. Derek Carr looked pretty good. Joe Flacco was very inaccurate and threw 2 interceptions, one of them costing the Ravens. The Redskins lost to the Chargers 35-21. Phillip Rivers was one of the leading passers, I think the leading in passing yards in the NFL. 302 yards and 4 touchdowns. Keenan Allen caught 1. Hunter Henry caught 2, and the rookie Mike Williams caught 1 as well. Kirk Cousins had a decent day through the air. The Dolphins lost huge to the Seahawks, 35-10. Jay Cutler would start at quarterback, and it did not go very well. Cutler 16 for 33, 188 yards, and 2 interceptions. The backup running back for Miami was the only one who scored a touchdown today, but Seattle, a couple big days by their receivers. In AFC South rivalry, the Colts, with no Andrew Luck for the entire season, beating the Titans, who just lost the Super Bowl. Scott Tolzien, 12 for 29, 116 yards, but it was enough to get the job done. The Titans struggled on offense in this game, and the Super Bowl hangover could begin for Tennessee. Carolina taking on New England. They lost 27-14, but their offense looks pretty good. New rookie Christian McCaffrey was able to get into the offense very nicely. Didn't get a touchdown, but sure looked good on the ground. Brady looking good as usual, and Cam Newton ran for a couple yards and a touchdown as well. Then, game of the day, overtime finish between the Giants and the Lions. The Giants would kick a field goal with 5 minutes left in overtime that would win the game and start 1-0. Matthew Stafford, though, had a more accurate day than Eli Manning. Manning threw for 3 TDs but 2 picks and 309 yards. Great day for Manning through the air, but like we said, those 2 picks really brought them down. And then this game, the Buccaneers are going through a Hurricane Irma, so this game will be canceled and replayed in Week 9 with the Broncos. The Eagles and the Bears would kick off the 4 o'clock slate with a 41-21 win over the Bears. Mitchell Trubisky would get into the game late because Mike Glennon wasn't doing too much. Trubisky wouldn't lead any drives for a touchdown, but looked decent in his first ever drive as a Chicago Bear. Carson Wentz looked incredible in this game. Chiefs going to MetLife to take on the Jets. They won 38-13 in a pretty dominant win. Josh McCown is now the starter in New York. Didn't do too well, 2 interceptions through the day, but so far he's going to start next week. The rookie Kareem Hunt, 17 rush, 112 yards, and 2 TDs with a great day. Travis Kelce had 1 too. America's Game of the Week, Atlanta going to Cincinnati, 24-16. And what was an incredible competitive game, but the Falcons had a game-winning drive and they stopped the Bengals for the win. Matt Ryan looked pretty good. Andy Dalton threw 2 interceptions, but overall, not a bad day for the Bengals. And then we shift to Sunday Night Football. The Bills taking on the Browns. The Browns with Myles Garrett, the number 1 overall pick, with DeShone Kizer as well. The Bills narrowly won this game. DeShone Kizer, not terrible, but could have been better. The Buffalo defense was able to stop him very well, and the Bills start 1-0. Sorry, that Browns graphic not showing up. They're 0-1. But then the 9/11 Monday night specials, the Saints and the 49ers. Drew Brees winning 30-16 over San Francisco. San Francisco starting Brian Hoyer this game, who didn't look too well, but led a couple of drives. And then Drew Brees looking very nice, 3 TDs from the veteran Saints quarterback Michael Thomas catching one of them. And then the sold-out Cowboys Stadium hosting the Minnesota Vikings in their 27-17 win. America's team getting the job done. Dak Prescott looked nice. Sam Bradford looked all right. The rookie Dalvin Cook, 23 rush, 105 yards in his debut. Zeke looking very strong as well. This was your NFL Week 1 recap. This is American Sports Coverage signing off.